Okay, this reading is going to be for air. This reading is following the other reading that I posted. It was saying that you guys needed to check your environment. It was saying that environment is emotionally, physically, mentally. People are making you sick, okay? People are making you sick, but you may also be developing allergies or have a sensitivity to allergies that you didn't know about. It spoke about going into negotiations. So I felt like air signs were doing everything they could to get a restart of a cycle that had already expired. They weren't as willing to let something go. And also I got group collaborations, people that was stealing, because I picked up some crazy stuff in that reading, but it was like it was talking about covens. It was talking about AI monitoring people from using the internet. So it was talking about a lot of conglomerations that's doing research and research on people medically with experiments, or covens and witches that's harvesting off of people in the spiritual realm and taking opportunities from them so they don't have anything down here in the 3D realm. All of that was breaking up, and there's a breakdown in communication as far as all of is a breakdown in communication, loss of communication, failed communication, people losing their speech or their ability to speak, because they're not doing the work. Okay, so let's see what we get. It's like somebody not speaking their truth. Like with this energetic shift, we're moving into a new level of intelligence and speaking, a way of thinking. We're not on the old paradigm. And with these masculine energies, the fire and the air, it's kind of like you got to be in a state of flow. If it's something that is that you have to let go of, if you don't let it go and you don't point in another direction, you're kind of going to lose a sense of yourself. So you got to be in a state of flow. And a lot of another thing I picked up with that I'm not even gonna say that. It's not that I'm withholding it. I'm just like, I don't like negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to point people in the direction that they need to go into, instead of holding on to something that it's just a shift and a change. Wherever you're shifting and changing into is going to help you, but you have to be willing to do it, or else it's going to be very forceful and turbulent, and that's uncomfortable. So I did pick up on a pre-shuffle. I didn't even look at the cards when I split them before, but I picked up on things passed down the ancestral line and family. Wow. Okay. Y'all see that? Says ancestral line. This right here is Rainbow Mayanite, which deals with, I'm going to shuffle it, but it deals with, see, it's 47 and 22. That's 22 and 11. It's master numbers. I wanted to make sure I was recording. It's a deeper understanding that there are, that was another thing, paranormal activity, okay? Spiritual realm and the underworld. Paranormal activity deals with things that's beyond a human's 5 senses, okay? And y'all sensitivity is going to be heightened. That's what it was talking about. It was talking about feeling and seeing things that's not there, and dreaming about ancestors and loved ones that are trying to help you and assist you in a lot of things. And you can't really ignore it, because it's going to get so loud to a point where your mental health and well-being could be affected. Okay, so you have to be in a state of flow. Whatever is coming to you is trying to teach you a lesson and guide you in the right way. So can't guarantee that, but I'm just trying to tell you, it's a lot of lesson learning in the air signs, because they are not air and fire signs, because they're dominant signs, and they're not, it's been going on since the beginning of time, and it's hard to shift into a state of flow if you've always been in control. All right. Woo! I be trying to explain stuff and it be going through me like, rah, 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 rah. Okay, this is Peridot. Peridot deals with emotional cleansing. In this deck, it's called emotional cleanser. But it talks about jealousy and envy. And I feel like air signs put on a brave face That's crazy because I said almost the same thing. Earth signs with strength through adversity, but this is like with air signs. It's like bygones be bygones. It's like somebody constantly belittling you, and you pick up on all the slights, but you still not even agree to disagree. It looks like somebody, somebody mistreating you, but yet you just don't understand it, and you just like whatever. This is like not using your voice to speak up and tell a person when they wrong, you know. Emotions, right? Yeah, emotions are going to be uncomfortable for y'all because I feel like y'all going to be forced to speak up. Y'all going to have to speak to people that y'all just wish would just like, you could just be done with that person, but it's almost like it's going to be put in your face to have a communication with a person and explain to them something. I don't know. Explain to them, like, it's going to be some type of conversation that got to be had. I don't know. All right, so this first card is Black Tourmaline and Protection. There's something trying to come up and out that you can't see. There's something trying to leave your physical, and that ain't your environment. This is you. Something is trying to leave you. It's trying to come up and out of you because this is protection. It shields your body, but not just from negative energy. It shields you from radiation and all types of stuff because we got this atmosphere, and a lot of people don't, take into account the fires and all the toxic stuff going on when you eat food. You eating all of the stuff, that chemicals, and we washing our body in it, drinking the water. Even if you don't drink the water, like I said, you washing your body in it, you washing your food in it. It's a lot of stuff being ate mentally through social media in general. So, because you're going to have to do a heavy detox of these things that we've been taking in, because air signs don't really feel, you don't have that privilege of really taking care of your body the way that you're supposed to. You don't know that you need to take care of it unless it's emergency and you go to the hospital because you're having severe pain. But heartbreak, these things are real. Now that we are in our own energy, these things can take us out. Heartbreak can take a person out, but it's not something that you really think about until you sitting in your own emotions and you going back over your life saying, I did this or I did that. So you might have to have a talk with a person about what you did or what they did to you. And it's kind of like, I feel like it's going to come. It's just going to happen. All right, so let's see what's being forced up out of you. Like I said, soulmate. Somebody might be leaving their body, y'all. And they keep coming out in so many different ways. Somebody might be leaving their body. And there's no other way for me to say it because it's in front of my eyeballs. So anyway, back to the regularly scheduled program. Somebody's ain't do the work, okay? And this has to do with a person that's in your likeness. So this could be a parent. This could be a sibling. It could be anybody, but there is somebody that is a doppelganger, clone. And I know what y'all perception is because y'all watch the stuff, but I'm talking about energetically. There's somebody that has not done the work that looks as though they are you. And this could be a parent, like I said, because air signs are always the parent. It's the mother and the father. So even if this is energetically, that's what I got off of the first thing. Just keep that in mind. But even if this is energetically and it's not that bad, whatever memory or grief or whatever you were holding on to from somebody that already has passed away, it has to come out. It hasn't come out yet, but it's in the process of doing that so you can go back to being yourself and be protected, because whatever your parents did not do is still within you because it's trying to be resolved. So you know how they say the weight of the parents fall to the child? There's some lesson that needs to be learned, and I feel like that is why you kept having these hard circumstances. Air signs have a lot of heavy consequences when it comes to, or not heavy consequences, they have some harsh lessons. That's the word. They have harsh lessons when it comes to their stability. They are the biggest runners. I think they run more than fire signs because they just, like I said, they both are the masculine energies. But The stability is, this is a spiritual attack, something that has to be cleared with patience and understanding. Like, you got to let it kind of flower open. And I'm not, listen, I'm not going to go too far into it, but y'all get what I'm saying. I see somebody maybe leaving their body, and it could be a person in your life that has tormented you severely, okay? If it's not that, your karma of your parent is coming off of you, and you'll be protected, and you'll start to get things that come to you that are not in competition or contrast. They will be complementary to you, okay? And you'll be safe. You'll feel safe. You won't be frantic. You won't be on the run mentally, physically, and emotionally, okay? Okay. Car right. Look at how bad I'm sweating. My hands. Okay. This energy is running through my body. I'm so calm. I'm telling you, I put people to sleep, so it ain't my energy. Chrysocolla, which cleans all your lower chakras. Okay. So this right here is speaking to me about sexual dysfunction. Okay. It's not, this clears out those bottom chakras. If you are stuck in your bottom chakras and they're not clean, you always stay in that survival mode. So with this, it has to do with self-love. Hope I'm saying it right. I'm gonna look it all up, but self-love. This stone right here is called Carorite. I hope I'm saying your Carorite. This is about the wounded healer. So it's like, it's speaking, a wounded healer is somebody that is wounded, but they still heal. They still have a good attitude. So regardless of their circumstances, they usually have a good attitude about things, even though life beats the crap out of them. Okay. All right. So some tormentor is going to leave, and it's going to help you. It's going to help you to have self-love instead of a woe is me attitude. I'm always being attacked. I'm not saying it's not valid. We're not saying that. But what I'm saying is that that attitude, because of the situation, is not allowing you to have a love for yourself. It's not allowing you to have a proper appreciation of yourself. It's making you hate yourself unconsciously, because you settle and you run and you don't take accountability. Like, you try, and I get it. I get it. It's too complicated. I'm gonna read some stuff to y'all, and I'm gonna leave it there, because, you know, definitely a detox, because y'all took on a lot of stuff. Think about people's stuff is air, and air signs get high off of air. That's how they receive information, communication, talking, and thinking. Without a filter, you absorb everybody's stuff into your lungs where we breathe, and you put oxygen into your blood from your lungs. I hope that helps. I'm sorry that I'm so aggressive. It's just like, I can't help it because the energy is running through me. I'm trying to help. I'm saying y'all feelings are valid, but now it's time to pick yourself up after you've been beat down. It's almost like I feel bad because I know that the energy is not there as much as it was. Okay. Sperm. This is, to me, it is an implant. We already know what it is, but this speaks about an implant. This talks about, this is karma. Okay. Okay. This is karma. This is the equivalent to karma. This has genetic information on it in the form of karma that loads into a person. Okay. It is dependent on the level of vibration. There we go. The level of vibration of a person. Okay. So if you were created and the vibration of your parents were low and they had to struggle with karma, or what is it? Because it's coming through me. Hold on. If they had to deal with confidence issues, or they had to deal with struggle issues, because I don't know, for some reason I'm getting the black sheep. It's like one of your family members had to deal with being the target, the one. they had to assume a lot of responsibility, or they always had struggle, and it just passed into you, okay? Is this the last one? This is the last reading. And that's why I'm not doing single signs no more. Ain't no way. Ain't no way in the world. I don't know how readers can read constantly every single day. Like, no. Can't do that. Won't do that. The stomach. Digestion issues, but I'm not getting physical digestion issues. I'm getting that y'all having a hard time digesting not what I'm saying, because I know that y'all feel what I'm saying. It's very intensely. I'm sweating. I know that people feel what I'm saying, and they could feel it a little bit too much, so it doesn't allow me to, be around a lot of people. But emotions are too hard to digest. Okay, the stomach has. Let me tell you, the stomach in Chinese medicine deals with sympathy, happiness, peace, anxiety. So just to give y'all some key words, peace and anxiety. This can cause you to have digestive issues because you don't choose the proper meals. When you have anxiety, sometimes people think that they make poor food choices. Like, I'm going to say that y'all eat sugar, or yes, you can. Some people can consume sugar, and that could be an energy source, but it's bad. Because of what it does to your body, it turns your blood into poison. But a lot of people have digestive issues when it comes to anxiety and worry, because they always been in survival mode and they don't eat. A lot of people cannot eat if they are worried or frustrated. They don't have an appetite. This is people that can drop weight like out of nowhere because they are in their mind about a situation, and it keeps turning over and over again, and they can't let it go. It's just ruminating and spinning. And you're not in your physical vessel. You are not present when this takes control. So anyway, I gotta focus so I can get through this. I hope this is not 30 minutes. The nose, filtering. The nose has to do with filtering already, because I looked it up, and it was in water, and it was in fire signs. This is talking about you being aware that you are not, you know how they say you are what you eat? You are who you associate with. You have to understand that you're guilty by association. So y'all have to clear y'all environment. I know that card came up before. Y'all got to clear y'all environment. Y'all have to pay attention. This is saying pay attention. And it's crazy to say that to an air sign, because one thing they do is details. They could catch a vibe real quick. But what I noticed with all air signs is that they hang around with a lot of low lives. I understand that y'all the telephone for God and y'all have to get information, but these associations are not really friends. They never elevate. Whoever doesn't elevate around you, you have to use discernment, and you have to get away from that, because it affects your ability to elevate, to be stable, and all of that. You got to pay attention to what you were doing so you can take accountability, and who you surround yourself with. So I'm going to say it another way. You have to understand that you're a mirror. And that mirror, let me see, Gemini, what is the middle one? Libra and Aquarius. Each one of those signs are mirrors, okay? They're different types of mirrors, but each one of them have duality, okay? And whatever that reflection mirrors back, Aquarius mirrors back the same vibration. And it's like, oh, we have something in common, but that's the only thing they're picking up, is that they don't have what they do have in common, not what that person don't have in common. So that's going to be a disaster. Libra is codependent. They codependent because people take from them, or they take from people, and what happens is a lopsided energy, and they become very resentful, and then they get stuck. And then Gemini, they mimic. They move like a person and move like a person and move like a person until the person gone. And you be like, oh snap, what, where, what, so it's a duality to that. Okay, so y'all need to pay attention, because y'all going to need to read y'all physical health instead of reading the room, because now y'all physical body is going to tell y'all if y'all are in danger, if you're around the wrong person. You might get mentally confused. You might feel sick on your stomach now. You might have vision problems. You might be emotional, like any of this stuff. You could smell stuff beyond the five senses, like a person smelling bad. A person, I'm talking about somebody that wears perfume, somebody that washes every day and they clean, and you could just get like the sensitivity for Scorpios and Geminis for sure is extremely strong. And it's like that for a reason. So it's like you smell information. That's the best way I'm gonna put it to y'all. Y'all air signs smell information. And that is why y'all gotta pay attention, because now when you smell information, you're going to pick up on it in your physical body. And it's going to tell you to go into a direction. Stay around this person or don't, because this also is a filtering system. It's helping you to stay protected by getting things out of your environment immediately as soon as you pick up on it, okay? All right. Woo! Let's read the stomach first. I have no patience. Wow. Okay. The stomach, unease, denial, and acceptance. We already spoke about that. You are experiencing some difficulty accepting and digesting a situation. Perhaps you are questioning a recent decision, having difficulty in trusting someone else's decision making, or experiencing melting feelings of unease regarding an upcoming event, feeling passive and on the receiving end of a situation, which we've already said, okay? That's anxiety. We already said that, okay? Mercury has retrograded on the 23rd. There are going to be delays in communication and travel and breakdowns in mechanical parts. So I always tell people, take time, allow for this is time where you can open up discussions, but also allow for delays and miscommunication. Understand that it's a Mercury retrograde for everybody. So they might forget to take out the trash, forget to wash the dishes, because it's happening internally now for everybody where they're not really paying attention. They are recalibrating on the inside. Now, on the 28th, Uranus goes retrograde, which means internet, satellites. It's a higher octave of Mercury, where it's happening on a collective level. All the power is out. All the internet is out. Chaos is happening everywhere. Massive protests. It's just happening on a grander scale, because we're recalibrating so we can become new. So you can only stay in a state of flow. This is a move as you go. Go with the flow, but don't try to force yourself in a position, because they're trying to get everybody to the correct position. So you don't want to be behind because you're like, no, I'm going to fight this and do this. No, just take accountability wherever it is and move forward. That's the best advice I can give, okay? Soulmate, I already explained this. Let me just read this to y'all, because it's too long. Black tourmaline absorbs negative energy and affords excellent energetic protection, enhancing your physical vitality. You are adaptive, adjusting to new places and new situations. You have clarity of thought and analyze situations rapidly. Let go of overcautiousness, but stay protected. You sense it when people wish you ill. You may be carrying a family or past life curse, creating dis-ease, which we already said that. Recognizing, because there's somebody gonna leave your life that you didn't even know was causing all of the disruption in your life. Recognize that negative thoughts and actions harm others and yourself, and in that situation you need to be forgiven and happy that you are finally free. That's how you know that you're forgiven properly, because if you're still angry, or you go in the grave with somebody because they jacked your life up and you don't know what to do, that's going to have a heavy effect on your ability to move forward and have progress in your life. Strengthen your protection, consolidate plans, and be realistic. You'll soon see the way through obstacles. Ensure you are well protected. Ill wishing or envy may be directed your way. Neutralize bad energy without harm to others. Watch your thoughts. Attend to practical matters. Be generous and give others freedom. Neutralizing toxic energies from your environment, shielding yourself from ill wishing or EMF, that is electromagnetic frequency. So if you on the phone and earphones and all of that stuff. You need to detox from electromagnetic stuff because you can get it from outside too. It's talking about food. It's talking about in every way, shape, or form. Look it up, EMFs. Detoxifying your body supports your well-being. Okay. I'm actually going to read all of them because this is the last one. I'm going to read this one. I ain't reading that one. Self-love, tranquil and sustaining. Chrysocolla encourages you to remain serene and strong during change or challenge, dissolving destructive emotional programming. It releases energy assimilation. That destructive programming is I, me, I. That's what it's talking about. It's like you had to come out of that. I understand everything you've been through, but it's not going to help you to shift with the collective. It's going to cause a lot of disruptions. So take the time that you need until you can integrate back in with universal consciousness. But you've been the blame, and that's why you have been the target of blame, and that's why you are in the energy. But you have to shift it and turn it around into the collective energy, the correct energy. Self-understanding. You have an infinite capacity for forgiveness. Yeah, I said that. Didn't I say that y'all have really been nice to people, especially when they caused you trouble? So now you got to get back to that because everybody has been beat spiritually and they just like, I hate people, F people, and I don't like family. But now we got to turn it around. Okay? Love yourself. If you cannot accept yourself, you cannot give love, or accept the love of others. To heal your emotional black hole, connect to the universal love that is inside of you. It never runs out. You can then give love out to the world and receive it in a never-ending flow. Forgive yourself. Accept it. Oh, I just learned this word right here. Fire signs got this same exact word, and I was like, I could not say it. Accept it with equanimity. It means balance your emotions. Accept with equanimity what you cannot change. Let go of hurt and rectify situations that can be healed. Be magnanimous. Remain impartial and speak your own truth, but recognize what has kept you silent. Magical rituals may keep you chained in the past. There may be past life trauma to heal around being a woman. This is not just for women, but it's also for the feminine within the masculine. You know what I mean? The woman inside of a masculine is feeling, being okay with being vulnerable, expressing your feelings, knowing that your emotions are valid, you know, because the maternal side is waking up in everybody because the rise of divine feminine. It's people out there that will help you if you're doing the work. They'll start to pull to you like a magnet. Trust me. Bitterness and self-doubt have no place in well-being. It is good to nourish your body with self-love and gentleness. Okay. So watch for codependency. Don't say don't jump into a relationship until you give to yourself. Carl Wright, wound healing. Carl Wright provides deep physical and emotional healing, transmuting negative energy. It converts dis-ease to wellness. With its assistance, you recognize that your greatest trauma. My dog may bark extremely loudly because I'm getting a delivery. So if she does, she's going to scare me and scare y'all too. Okay. With this assistance, you recognize that your greatest trauma is also your most profound gift. Accept it with grace. Carl Wright re-energizes, heals, and integrates dualities, healing past life dis-ease carried into the present life. Deep fears and schisms pervade your well-being, pervade your being. You may not feel that you belong on earth. Alienation and insecurity lie beneath the deceptively calm surface. So I feel like y'all face is not how y'all emotions, and it's y'all getting in sync, your heart and mind. You are subtly driven by other people's thought and programs rather than your own. Your autonomic nervous system may be malfunctioning, so it needs to recalibrate. And that's why it's important for y'all to detox and, you know, honor whatever emotions come up, whether it's crying or yelling in a pillow. Y'all got to do that because y'all nerves is like kind of off. I mean, rightly so, but I'm just saying that's not going to help it to blame other people. In accepting the present moment as perfect, you create the space to heal. So if once you decide that you're going to heal and you take accountability, it's up from there. Okay. So that's it. That's it, air signs. Thank you.